They tried to bury your spirit, not realizing a true flame never dies. It grows hotter in the darkness before it blinds its oppressors. They underestimated you from day one. They saw only the surface and overlooked the raging inferno of purpose within. Their dismissive whispers and spiteful tactics were feeble attempts to hold you down, but in the end, all they did was make your rise even more inevitable. They thought they were fighting you, but they were really battling the universe that chose you. Anyone who dares to stand in the way of universal energy signs their own downfall. The echoes of their mistake will follow them, a constant reminder that you are not just another person. They crossed paths with someone the universe deemed extraordinary. Like and subscribe to help spread this message to more chosen ones. Each click sends a signal that raises this voice above the noise, allowing others to find the motivation and strength they need. The more of us stand together, the stronger the current becomes, and the harder it is for any adversary to pretend it doesn't exist. Your support does more than just boost a video. It amplifies this universal call, guiding others who feel isolated or unsure of their path toward a community that understands their worth. You've been navigating a situation that has tested you in ways you never expected. At first, everything seemed clear. You had a plan that gave you focus and purpose. You moved forward confidently, believing your path was straightforward and your resolve unshakable. Yet the obstacles you faced were anything but small. Each barrier seemed designed to reveal your vulnerabilities, demanding you either evolve or surrender. But surrender was never an option for you. Through willpower and determination, you adapted to each twist and turn. And in doing so, you uncovered layers of courage you didn't even realize you had. Every setback was a whispered reminder that you've been chosen for something far greater. Doubting yourself when you're in the middle of a storm is easy, especially when the world appears to ignore your struggle. But remember, you're not simply another face in the crowd. The universe doesn't align itself with just anyone, and your presence is not a product of coincidence. You were always meant to be here, facing these challenges and emerging stronger after every trial. The growth you've experienced is no accident. It's the universe sharpening its tool, preparing you to shine a light on the very ones who underestimated your power. They might try to mock your ambition, belittle your achievements, or even rewrite your story. None of that matters once you realize their true fight was never with you. It was with the forces that chose you. Standing against universal energy has consequences. You don't just disappear from their world. You remain in their memory as a constant reminder of the opportunity they squandered. The presence of a chosen one never fully fades, especially when the universe itself has woven your essence into a grander tapestry. So do not waver in moments of uncertainty. Do not give in to the illusion that you walk alone. Your setbacks have sculpted you into something your adversaries can't comprehend, a vessel for a power they cannot derail. The fact that you kept moving forward, even when every sign told you to quit, proves that there's more to your journey than what eyes can see. Yes, the struggle has been real, and yes, you've still got a distance to go. But every misstep, every wrong turn has fueled the drive to keep climbing. In the end, your enemies will be haunted by the realization that they challenged something beyond their understanding. They may have initiated this battle, but the universe has the final say. You are chosen, and your calling extends well beyond their realm of control. Keep rising, keep embracing the fire inside, and never doubt that your power is part of something cosmic and unstoppable. Before we go any further, take a moment to recognize that you were never just a passing character in anyone's story. The universe placed you there as a catalyst for change. When they cast you aside, they ignited their own downfall. If you're truly ready to see how destiny is shifting in your favor, and to embrace your isolation as the launching pad for your transformation, drop the number 77 in the comments right now. Your choice today echoes into the future, proving your light can't be dimmed by their betrayal. Trust me, if you're a true chosen one, you'll feel the pull to stay until the very end. Let's get started. Number 1. They gambled with the universe's gift. Now they reap the whirlwind. You might have started out with a clear vision of what your path would look like, each step leading to the next in a steady, purposeful rhythm. The universe had nudged you into someone's life as a blessing, and whether you realized it or not, at first, you carried the kind of light that can spark transformation in anyone willing to receive it. Everything seemed to flow as if guided by an unseen hand, until this person's behavior suddenly veered off course, leaving you puzzled, disappointed, or even betrayed. They might have mocked your ambition, belittled your worth, or twisted the narrative so you'd question why you even showed up for them in the first place. Yet, what they failed to realize is that by scorning you, they picked a fight with the very currents that shape destinies. It was never just you they were up against. It was the vast, interconnected force that chose you and set you on this collision course in the first place. So now you're left wondering, why would the universe send you to someone who didn't value your gift? Aren't you supposed to be protected, guided, and elevated beyond these trials? These questions might echo in your mind when things go wrong. But here's the truth. Being chosen doesn't mean you sail on calm waters all the time. Often, it means you're given tasks that others can't handle, precisely because you carry a strength they don't. The universe doesn't orchestrate your encounters for random entertainment. Each meeting and every twist in the road happens to refine you and awaken what's truly inside. When you stood by this person, patiently hoping they'd see what you offered, you were fulfilling a cosmic assignment. You were there to be a source of insight and a catalyst for change. In refusing that gift, they slammed the door on a possibility that might never return. At first, you might have thought, was I not good enough? Did I make a mistake in trusting them? But it's time to silence that inner critic. Doubting your role in this grand design is like questioning the sunrise for lighting up the sky. Your purpose is self-evident, regardless of who tries to dismiss it. The universe has given you a spark of light strong enough to guide not just your own path, but to illuminate the darkness in others. That doesn't mean everyone will welcome it. Some people cling to their own shadows because real change terrifies them more than staying stuck. By pushing you away, they believed they were saving themselves from introspection, accountability, or the pressure to evolve. But the universe has a way of collecting debts, and the price they pay for rejecting a blessing often manifests as regret, misfortune, or a gnawing emptiness where they once felt whole. You're not the kind of soul to be easily extinguished. Sure, you might have moments where doubt tugs at your heart, whispering that maybe you're alone, or that your kindness was wasted. That's the biggest lie your enemies want you to believe, that your worth is tied to their acknowledgement. In reality, your worth transcends the small stage they've tried to confine you to. The universe saw you as the perfect instrument to deliver a message, to be a healing presence in that person's life, or to challenge them in a way no one else could. So don't let their unwillingness overshadow your significance. Their betrayal isn't your failure. It's their rejection of what the universe brought to them on a silver platter. Think about the times you extended a hand, only to see it slapped away. Visualize the sacrifices you made, the emotional labor you put in, the moments you might have compromised to keep harmony. When they brushed you off as though you were replaceable, they missed the point entirely. It's akin to someone throwing a priceless gem into the dirt, not recognizing its value until it's gone. And when you walk away, when you take that gem of your energy, your kindness, your insight with you, they're left scrambling in the dust, haunted by the very absence of what they took for granted. The universe doesn't operate on your timetable or theirs, but it always keeps a perfect ledger. Sooner or later, the pang of what they lost comes knocking. Perhaps you're asking, if it's all cosmic design, then why does it hurt so much? No one said being chosen meant you wouldn't feel pain. In fact, your capacity to feel deeply is part of what qualifies you for these tasks. Pain is a crucible. It melts away surface illusions and exposes core truths. When you accept that pain can be a teacher, you begin to realize that every tear you shed, every long night of second-guessing, is forging a stronger version of you. It's chiseling away self-doubt, preparing you for the next time you're called upon to be someone's blessing. No one can exploit or diminish you without your permission once you fully acknowledge the might you carry. And yes, they may try to cast your gifts in a negative light, twisting the story so they don't have to confront their own shortcomings. But that's like cursing the sun for being too bright. It doesn't change the sun's radiance. It merely exposes the person's inability to face illumination. Understand that when people reject a chosen one, they're effectively resisting the universe itself, and that's a game no one wins. They might temporarily patch their wounded pride by blaming you, but sooner or later they'll realize that pushing you away was like painting themselves into a corner they can't escape. This is where you might feel a surge of righteous anger. You showed up, you gave wholeheartedly, and in return, you got scorn. But let that anger be fuel, not a leash. Channel it into further growth. Use it to remind yourself that your energy is precious, and not everyone deserves unlimited access to it. When the universe tasks you with shining a light into someone's darkness, you do so out of love and higher purpose, not to gain their approval. The moment they resist that higher calling, they're on a collision course with consequences beyond your control. You can't rescue people from the cosmic fallout of their own choices. So, stop punishing yourself for how they responded to your gift. They had a chance to align with the greater plan unfolding in their favor, and they turned it down. You have to keep moving, keep growing, and keep shining. The universe isn't finished with you, not by a long shot. There are other paths to cross, other souls who will actually embrace your presence. It's like being a seed scattered by the wind. You landed in one patch of soil, but if that ground refuses to nourish you, trust that the breeze will carry you somewhere else. There's always fresh earth ready to welcome a seed that holds the potential for extraordinary bloom. You might look back and wonder if you could have done more to make them see your worth. But your job isn't to force anyone to recognize your light. Your job is simply to radiate it. If they were too blinded by their own fears and insecurities to appreciate it, that's on them. The universe orchestrates these encounters to give people opportunities to grow. When they reject it, they essentially waive their right to complain about the darkness that remains. You, on the other hand, become more refined, more in tune with your calling. In time, they'll likely remember your unwavering loyalty, your comforting words, and your uncanny ability to spark hope when they were teetering on the edge. That memory will either spur them to change or burn them with regret. Either way, it's out of your hands. The universe has a flawless sense of balance. When you lose a chosen one's favor, you lose more than companionship. You lose an entire cosmic advantage that few people ever truly receive. So walk on, chosen soul, with your head high. Relinquish any guilt, regret, or lingering sadness about how they treated you. You did what you were meant to do. You arrived with an open heart, offered genuine kindness, and became a force for good in a place that sorely needed it. The path may have forked, but don't assume you took the lesser route simply because someone else missed their turn. If anything, you're still forging ahead toward new horizons, guided by an unbreakable bond with the universe that put you here in the first place. Their karma is losing you, and that's a debt only they can pay. As for you, your journey continues, stronger and more purposeful than ever. Number 2. When they cast off your help, they sealed their own fate. They had a beacon of hope shining right in front of them, an opportunity to find clarity, purpose, and perhaps even some long overdue healing. You stepped into their life with genuine intentions, carrying a kind of light that isn't easily replicated. Yet, despite everything you offered, they chose to turn inward, as though drowning in their own issues was more comforting than accepting a lifeline. It's baffling at first. Why push away someone who could lessen your burdens, someone who was sent by the universe as a blessing? The truth is, not everyone is ready to abandon the familiar chaos of their own troubles, even when a solution stands within arm's reach. They allowed self-absorption to crowd out their ability to see your value. It's as if they were trapped inside a room where the walls were closing in, and you came along with a key to set them free, only for them to slam the door in your face. If that feels personal, remember that you weren't the real target of their negativity. They were resisting growth itself, and you just happened to be the messenger of that potential progress. People who cling to their pain often do so because it's all they know. Stepping into the light means confronting fears, answering hard questions, and admitting they may have been stuck. It's easier to lash out at you, who represent a path to change, than to face the mirror you hold up. When they threw your kindness back at you, it might have felt like a betrayal or a personal failing. But it's essential to realize that being chosen doesn't grant you immunity from other people's flaws. Actually, it often puts you right in the crosshairs of those flaws. The universe nudged you into their world because your unique compassion, wisdom, or insight could have helped them break free from patterns that no longer served them. Instead of gratitude, they chose dismissal or even hostility. That choice says more about where they are in their own journey than it does about you. Of course, their unexpected behavior can still sting. You might wonder if you misread the signs or if you somehow provoked a reaction you didn't intend. Yet, deep down, you know the role you played was pure. You brought an energy they lacked, a spark that might have ignited something transformative within them. Their reaction, turning inward, obsessing over their own woes, and treating you with indifference or cruelty, reveals a fundamental unwillingness to grow. Picture someone complaining about the darkness while simultaneously blowing out every candle handed to them. That was the reality you faced. The irony is that they might continue to view themselves as victims, never realizing they were the architects of their own misery. Because they wouldn't or couldn't accept the gift you offered, they now sit in the aftermath of that decision, blaming external circumstances or other people instead of recognizing that they had a choice. This is how people become trapped in their own cycles. They obsess over the idea that life is unfair, yet turn away every chance to change. By dismissing you, they didn't just reject a momentary kindness, they spurned the universal forces attempting to steer them onto a better path. You have to remember that this isn't your failure. Your mission was never to fix anyone. The universe doesn't recruit chosen souls to force transformations on others. It simply places you in the right position to open doors. Those doors can lead to revelations, healing, and unimaginable growth. But the person on the other side must walk through on their own. If they refuse, the universe can only do so much. You acted with honesty and compassion, and that truth remains valid even if they refuse to acknowledge it. Still, it's normal to feel a pang of hurt or frustration when you reflect on how things went. Their harshness might replay in your mind, making you question the power you hold or the authenticity of your kindness. Whenever that doubt creeps in, remember that doubt itself is the real enemy of a chosen soul. The universe doesn't waste time on coincidences. It orchestrated your meeting for a reason. If the intended lesson was for them and they chose to close their eyes, that's on them. If the intended lesson was also for you, learning to let go, understanding that not all seeds grow in every soil, then you've gained a deeper wisdom. In either case, your path continues. Don't be tempted to dim your light just because it startled someone who wasn't ready. The universe will keep guiding you to those who can and will benefit from what you have to offer. Like water flowing around a rock in a stream, you're meant to keep moving, to find new routes and nourish the spaces ready to receive you. Their rejection is a detour, not a final destination. Instead of letting this experience become an anchor, let it serve as a reminder that your worth transcends any one person's acceptance or refusal. And yet, you can't deny the sting of disappointment. How could they not see the value of the connection you offered? It's tempting to slip into anger or bitterness, especially when you gave so much of yourself. But staying bitter only prolongs the hold they have on your spirit. Let the universe handle the consequences of their choice. After all, trying to fight the cosmic flow never ends well. They'll come to realize the depth of their mistake when they feel the absence of the energy you once provided. The lesson they refuse to learn through your presence may become painfully clear through your absence. In the meantime, continue to nurture the light within. Be vigilant against the poison of self-doubt, for that is precisely where your enemies, or those who fail to recognize your significance, would want you to remain. Remind yourself why you do what you do: to illuminate, to guide, and to share the blessings you've been given. You can't control how others respond. You can only ensure you stay aligned with your higher calling. In the end, their behavior is merely a chapter in your story, not the conclusion. You have countless pages left to fill, and each new encounter may bring people far more receptive to your gifts. Keep your eyes forward, your heart open, and your purpose firm. Their downfall, if it comes, won't be your doing. It will be the natural outcome of resisting the very force that was sent to help them. You are free of any guilt because you tried to show them a way out. They turned their back on it, and now they'll have to face the consequences of that choice. You, on the other hand, are still illuminated by the purpose that guided you all along. Their storm is their own to weather, and you remain the light that continues forward, unwavering and ever ready to shine upon the next path the universe calls you to. Number 3. They clashed with a force. They barely understood your higher purpose. They felt your energy, but never fully grasped its magnitude. It was a strange fusion of attraction and rejection, a compelling connection on one hand, and a sharp-edged dismissal on the other. One moment, you sensed an alignment of spirits, as though the two of you had crossed paths for a reason bigger than either of you could put into words. The next, you found yourself staring at a wall of cold indifference, feeling as if your kindness and authenticity were wasted. Their blunt words cut deeper than any physical weapon, their moments of insensitivity leaving you with a sting you couldn't simply shrug off. At times, you felt alive under the weight of that connection, energized by the idea that your presence in their life meant something profound. But just as often, you wavered, wondering if you had misread the signs, if perhaps you'd overestimated the intensity of the bond. This push and pull dynamic rattled your sense of stability, stirring up a whirlwind of contradictory emotions. Hope clashed with heartbreak, clarity tangled with confusion. You poured so much of yourself into the relationship that it left you questioning whether all the love and support you gave was worth it. But here's the truth. You were there by design, not accident. The universe doesn't orchestrate encounters for no reason, especially when it involves a heart as open and giving as yours. You were placed in their path to serve as a catalyst, maybe a quiet whisper urging them toward a deeper self-awareness, or a spark that could ignite their dormant potential. Even if they weren't ready to appreciate it, your role was to plant seeds that could someday sprout into transformation. Sometimes the most powerful changes begin as tiny, unseen shifts. You might never get to witness those seeds bloom, but know they were planted all the same. It's normal to feel used or unappreciated when your efforts meet a lukewarm response or outright hostility. Yet it's crucial to remember that your worth doesn't hinge on anyone else's reaction. People frequently react out of fear when confronted by a higher purpose they don't understand. If they sense you're connected to something profound, an elevated sense of intuition or spiritual insight, they might instinctively recoil because it shines a light on the areas they've tried so hard to keep hidden. Rejecting you is easier than facing the mirrors you hold up, mirrors reflecting all the places they need to heal or grow. It's possible they felt a subconscious pull toward you, recognizing on some level that you had something they lacked. That can be both magnetic and terrifying. They might have welcomed the warmth momentarily, only to lash out when your genuine care threatened the stagnant comfort of their existing worldview. While they clung to their old habits, a part of them knew you represented a doorway to change. But opening that door can be frightening for someone not prepared to confront their own shadows. So, where does that leave you? Confused, no doubt, because you experienced authentic moments of connection that felt downright magical. Yet after every flash of intimacy, they seemed to retreat behind walls of defensiveness, as if punishing you for seeing them too clearly. You have every right to feel hurt, After all, you were only trying to honor the calling the universe laid upon you. But do not let their rejection tarnish your sense of mission. The value of your presence isn't measured by how someone else receives it. It's measured by the sincerity of your intent and the cosmic alignment that placed you there in the first place. You may wonder if you could have done more or acted differently to make them see the truth of who you are. But the reality is, you can't force acceptance on anyone who's not ready. The universe endows each person with free will, and if they choose to squander the blessing standing before them, it's ultimately their loss. Sometimes people only realize what they had once it's gone. That realization can haunt them, giving rise to regrets that echo far beyond the moment you part ways. Don't doubt your power just because they failed to honor it. Their inability to recognize your essence doesn't invalidate your higher purpose. It's like handing someone a rare gemstone who's never seen one before. They might treat it like ordinary rock, missing its true worth. In time, those individuals might stumble upon an explanation. Maybe they'll come across a story about a priceless gem that looks deceptively unremarkable, and only then will they realize what they tossed aside. Whether that epiphany arrives soon or deep in the future, understand that it's a process they must undergo on their own. The pain you've felt is undeniable, and you're allowed to acknowledge the wound. Pretending it doesn't hurt won't speed your healing. However, dwelling in bitterness can obstruct the same higher purpose that fuels your journey. Holding grudges drains the energy you need to share your gifts with others who are open and grateful. Your heart might be bruised, but its capacity for compassion remains intact. Let the sting of this experience be a lesson, a chance to refine your boundaries, strengthen your resolve, and deepen your faith in the unseen currents that guide you. And those seeds you planted, they might stay dormant for a while, but seeds have an uncanny way of springing to life when conditions are right. Even if you never witness the moment they break through the surface, trust that growth is possible, even for someone who spat venom at the gentle hand offering them light. The universe is persistent. It keeps providing opportunities for enlightenment, though people can choose to reject them time and again. Your task isn't to ensure they bloom. Your task is to offer that initial spark with love and authenticity. Ultimately, the higher purpose behind your encounter with them might remain partly hidden, at least for now. Yet you can find peace in knowing that it wasn't all for nothing. Each interaction, no matter how painful, is a stepping stone toward deeper wisdom. You were strong enough to show up and courageous enough to walk away when it became clear your presence was not cherished. That, in itself, speaks volumes about the faith you have in your own path and in the cosmic design that placed you here. Yes, you may have been cut by their words and torn by their insensitivity, but that doesn't change the power you hold, or the reason you crossed paths to begin with. Keep moving forward, trusting that the universe sees your efforts and aligns you with those who truly resonate with your light. If anything, this experience has only sharpened your understanding of why you're here and whom you're meant to help. Let that clarity guide you, knowing that one person's rejection cannot extinguish the sacred calling that burns inside you. Number 4. Their self-absorption kept them blind to the blessing right in front of them. You came into their life with genuine kindness, fully prepared to offer support, warmth, and an open heart. You had nothing but respect in your intentions, yet they couldn't be bothered to reciprocate on the same level. It's a disorienting place to be, isn't it? When you're the type of person who naturally gives freely, words of encouragement, gestures of empathy, simple reminders that they're not alone, you expect at least a hint of that respect in return. But instead, you found someone so wrapped up in their own struggles that they let your generosity fall by the wayside, as if it was something they could take or leave without consequence. It's understandable to feel wounded by that response. You might question if you misread their character or if you made some misstep along the way. Yet, deep down, you know you showed up with sincerity, doing your best to help them navigate their challenges. You were meant to be a light in their life, offering hope at a time when they might have desperately needed it. Even if they never fully acknowledged or showed gratitude for your efforts, the fact remains, you were a positive force. Your presence was purposeful, your impact genuine, even if it went unseen by the very person who stood to benefit most. The sting lies in how little they seemed to care, particularly given how much you gave of yourself. It's like extending a hand to someone who's sinking, only to watch them swat it away because they'd rather flail on their own. They became so consumed by their personal storms that they forgot you were offering shelter. You had every reason to believe that a connection built on kindness and understanding would foster gratitude. Instead, they shrugged off the bond as if it were an inconvenience. That's the painful reality. Sometimes people are so absorbed in their own mess that even a blessing looks like a burden. Yet, this doesn't negate the truth of why you crossed paths. The universe placed you in their life for a reason, possibly to help them see a different perspective or to experience a love and support they'd never had before. While that might seem like a lost cause now, remember that not all seeds sprout the moment they're planted. Sometimes it takes a tumultuous season before the lessons you imparted can take root in another person's mind. The heartbreak you feel at their neglect might eventually become the catalyst they need to reflect on what they lost. You, on the other hand, have a unique gift for finding blessings in even the smallest joys. That mindset is what makes you stand out. You can appreciate fleeting moments of connection, those tender seconds that pass between two people, often unnoticed by others. You cherish thoughtful words, heartfelt glances, and small gestures that reveal the best parts of humanity. People like you see life through a lens of gratitude, aware that nothing is guaranteed, and that every act of warmth can be a source of renewal. This perspective is precious, yet it can also make the cold sting of dismissal feel all the more shocking. So why did they fail to return that kindness? It could be a million different reasons. Maybe they believed they didn't deserve help, so they sabotaged it. Maybe they were so addicted to the narrative of their own misery that accepting your support meant altering their entire worldview. Or perhaps they were simply too used to people coming and going, so they never thought you'd truly stay. Whatever the explanation, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's an indicator of their unwillingness to rise above their own struggles. It's important not to let their indifference harden your heart. Yes, you are entitled to feel hurt. Yes, you can be frustrated and disappointed by their inability to reciprocate the kindness you showed. But your capacity to care is a strength, not a weakness. The fact that you feel this strongly means your soul is awake, open, and courageous enough to love even in uncertain territory. Don't let one person's short-sightedness rob you of that openness. Your giving nature is what makes you a blessing, and the universe will place you where that blessing is truly received. Still, the questions might linger in your mind. Why wasn't my sincerity enough? Why would anyone dismiss the help they were given so freely? These doubts can linger like echoes in a quiet room. Yet you have to remember that not everyone is ready to face what true kindness reveals: vulnerability, accountability, and the realization that maybe, just maybe, they're part of the reason things aren't going smoothly in their life. True kindness sheds a light on personal responsibility. For someone mired in self-pity or trapped in a cycle of blaming the world, that kind of illumination can feel like an unwelcome spotlight. That's not your burden to carry, though. Your role was to shine, to be a beneficial presence that could have elevated them if they'd let it. Sometimes people only realize how much they needed the light once it's gone. They might look around later and see emptiness where your warmth used to be. If they ever come to that realization, it may lead them to do the internal work they've been avoiding. It might also fill them with regret for how they treated you. But that's their journey to take. Your journey is to continue sharing your gift in places where it can actually be cherished. Keep in mind that even the greatest teachers encounter students who refuse to learn. The problem isn't with the lesson itself, but with the student's willingness to absorb it. You did your part by offering understanding, empathy, and respect. If they insist on remaining in their own darkness, you're not obligated to pull them out at the cost of your well-being. Your heart's compassion is vast, but it shouldn't serve as a doormat. There's a balance between giving selflessly and allowing yourself to be taken for granted. In time, you'll see that you were exactly who you needed to be, exactly when you needed to be. The universe recognized that your capacity for empathy could open a door for them, at least momentarily. Whether they chose to walk through that door or slam it is beyond your control. Rest assured that your role in their life wasn't wasted. Even if they never say thank you, your contribution holds eternal value. You taught them, through your actions, that good people still exist, that kindness can be genuine, and that someone can care without asking for anything in return. If they fail to internalize that lesson now, it might resurface when they least expect it, urging them to evolve. So stand tall in your knowledge that you were the blessing, the one who extended a compassionate hand without any ulterior motives. If they couldn't reciprocate, that shortfall lies within them, not you. Keep seeing the beauty in life's small moments. Keep treasuring those delicate blessings that pass through your days, and keep opening your heart to those who prove worthy of it. In the end, your light remains untainted, growing ever stronger, ready to guide the next person who truly desires to appreciate it. Number 5. Their childish ways robbed them of a sacred chance. They had a path laid out before them, a golden opportunity to step into a new level of maturity and growth, and you were the key that could have unlocked it. But instead of using that key, they fumbled it, preferring to stay locked in old habits. What does that say about them? It reveals an underlying immaturity that blinds them to the gifts life places right in front of them. Imagine a door leading to a better version of themselves, but they slam it shut because they're too scared of what lies beyond. It's a tragic irony. They want something more, yet they shrink away when it arrives. You represented a chance for them to break free from the very patterns that keep them stuck. The universe doesn't send blessings randomly. It orchestrates encounters with the precision of a cosmic dance. They were given a gift, and by refusing it, they effectively told the universe they'd rather remain where they are, lost in fear, unresolved pain, and self-limiting beliefs. To anyone looking in from the outside, it's almost maddening. You see their potential, you sense they're capable of more, but they're like a runner who refuses to leave the starting line because the distance ahead seems too daunting. Their refusal to take that leap says everything about the depth of their immaturity. Instead of facing their wounds head-on, they revert to the same old coping mechanisms that have let them down time and time again. It's as though they can't imagine a life without their familiar struggles. So, they cling to what they know, no matter how much it hurts them or hinders their growth, simply because it's the safer option in their mind. Then there's their fear of missing out, that nagging anxiety that commitment might limit their freedom or lock them into a path they're not sure about. Rather than seeing a relationship or deep connection as a supportive partnership, they interpret it as a cage. They fail to realize that true commitment, especially with the right person, can set you free in ways you never imagined. By fearing the what-ifs, they've robbed themselves of a present that could have reshaped their future. You stood there as a mirror, reflecting both their beauty and their flaws. Yet, instead of appreciating the opportunity to grow, they averted their gaze. They convinced themselves that it was better to keep things shallow and unformed, to stay in the shallows where they didn't have to confront the depths of their own potential. The universe, however, operates by its own set of rules, often referred to as karma, or simply the balancing of cosmic scales. When someone repeatedly dodges the lessons meant for them, life has a way of turning up the volume. This means the missed lesson will come around again, potentially in a harsher form. If they thought committing to something meaningful felt restrictive, wait until they experience the regret of having let a genuine blessing slip away. Because that's what you were. A genuine blessing, a rare beam of light they could have embraced. Their immaturity, that refusal to evolve, has a direct cost. The universe can be patient, but it doesn't allow someone to outrun their lessons forever. In the meantime, it's perfectly natural for you to feel upset or betrayed. You showed up with a heart full of good intentions, hoping to uplift them. You made sacrifices, extended kindness, and offered emotional shelter. Yet, in return, they withdrew and maybe even lashed out. It's like someone standing in the sunshine and complaining about the brightness. It makes no sense. But their behavior was never really about you. It was a reflection of their own unresolved issues, their fear of being seen too clearly. Sometimes people cling to their wounds because it's the only identity they know. They can't imagine life without that pain, so they reject anything threatening to heal it. By not recognizing you as the gift you were, they essentially chose to remain in their comfort zone, no matter how uncomfortable that comfort actually is. You might ask yourself, how could anyone willingly pass up something so positive? The answer is that not everyone is ready for what you bring. Growth is a choice. You can offer someone every resource in the world, but if they're not prepared to accept it, it's like handing a priceless gem to someone who thinks it's just a shiny rock. The real tragedy is that they'll look back one day and realize what they lost. They'll wonder how they let someone like you slip through their fingers. And that regret might be the catalyst that finally pushes them to grow. But by then, your journey may have moved on. You don't owe it to them to wait around, hoping they have an epiphany. The universe might lead you to a place, and to people, where your loving energy is welcomed, reciprocated, and celebrated. You'll keep evolving, because that's what a chosen soul does. Meanwhile, they'll be left grappling with the echo of your absence, trying to make sense of how they let a true blessing slip away. So don't let their childish fears dilute your self-worth. You were the giver, the guide, and the chance they chose to ignore. The universe sees your efforts, and cosmic justice ensures balance will be restored. If they never grasp the lesson, life will keep offering them new teachers and new heartbreaks until they finally wake up. But that's no longer your concern. Keep your heart open and your spirit strong, recognizing that sometimes a person's immaturity stands in the way of your shared potential. And remember, you did what you were meant to do, showed up as a blessing, offered them light, and stayed true to the role the universe entrusted you with. They chose to turn away, and that choice will lead them down a path of its own reckoning. Number 6. They took your light for granted. Now they face the void. You were never just another presence in their life. You were a rare gift the universe bestowed upon them. While they wrestled with their own insecurities, you stood as a source of hope and healing. Even when their words stung or their actions fell short, you continued to radiate genuine care and understanding. It was never about proving anything. Your essence simply shone on its own, revealing the path they could take if they chose to evolve. But here's the truth. Some people are too lost in their own darkness to recognize the guiding light you offer. That doesn't diminish your worth as a blessing. Your compassion, insight, and unwavering sense of purpose were precisely what they needed, whether they admitted it or not. By walking away with your integrity intact, you safeguard the gift only you can provide. Remember, you don't require their validation to confirm your role as a blessing. Your light remains untarnished, destined to illuminate the lives of those who truly value it. Let their loss be the echo that reminds you of your cosmic purpose, and keep shining for those wise enough to see the miracle in front of them. Number 7. Their neglect unlocked your path to ascension. Their refusal to treasure your presence might have felt like a crushing blow at first. You showed up with warmth and insight, ready to cultivate a bond that could uplift you both. But when their indifference or outright dismissiveness left you feeling wounded, you learned a powerful lesson. You are stronger than any rejection. In turning away from what you offered, they unintentionally propelled you forward on a path of deeper self-discovery and growth. True healing doesn't come from making others see your worth. It arises from recognizing your own light, regardless of their blindness. Every moment you spent questioning yourself can now be redirected into expanding your inner strength and nurturing relationships that reciprocate your love. Their inability to grow alongside you only highlights the path you must travel, one where each new step reveals more of your cosmic purpose. This isn't about vengeance, it's about harnessing the power of disappointment and transforming it into a catalyst for personal elevation. The universe rewards those who keep their hearts open, even in the face of betrayal. So let their neglect be the spark that ignites your ascension, guiding you toward people and places that truly honor the fire inside you. Number 8. Your destiny blossoms beyond their ignorance. You've walked away from someone who couldn't see the value you offered, and now you stand at the brink of a brand new phase. Where they fell short in reciprocating your kindness, the universe steps in to remind you that no closed door is ever truly the end. You hold the power to direct your energy toward pursuits and people who celebrate your light. As you step forward, each breath becomes a vow to honor your own worth, to feed your aspirations with unwavering conviction. No longer tethered by their disregard, you're free to script a future that resonates with the calling you've always felt. The possibilities are limitless when your heart is no longer weighed down by doubt. Every choice, every opportunity serves as proof that your journey was never meant to revolve around someone else's short-sightedness. Their absence carves out space for you to thrive, creating room for new connections and deeper self-awareness. Let your disappointment evolve into motivation, a driving force that propels you toward higher truths and greater love. Keep your vision clear, your spirit unbroken, and watch as your destiny unfolds in ways far beyond what their limited perception could ever contain. In the end, remember that your worth isn't determined by those who overlooked it. You are a chosen one with an undeniable light, meant to guide and inspire. Keep forging ahead, free from the chains of their ignorance, and embrace each new challenge as evidence of your boundless potential. They might regret losing you, but that's no longer your burden to carry. If you believe in the power of your purpose, like this video, subscribe for more transformational content and drop the number 77 in the comments to declare your readiness for the next phase. Share this message with others who need it.